I came out here to forget. That was the plan. Drive 5 hours north into Vermont, park the Jeep near Fire Road, hike into the National Forest with a pack, a tent, and zero responsibilities. No reception, no emails, no bills piling up, no ex-wife wondering if I'm finally getting help. Just woods, solitude, maybe some clarity, if that still exists. I didn't come here to die, but by nightfall on the second day, I wasn't so sure that wasn't what the forest had planned. The trails up here don't really follow a map. They fork without warning, disappear under pine needles, reappear a half-mile later on the other side of a ridge. I'd marked the GPS path on my phone the first day, but by late afternoon, the battery gave up. I'd brought a power bank and forgot the cord. Stupid. Classic me. By the time I realized I was walking in circles, it was already dusk. I recognized a fallen birch I'd passed an hour ago. Same split trunk, same black scorch mark running down one side like an old wound. I stood there for a minute, chewing on the sudden pressure in my chest. Then I saw the first print. At first I thought it was just a wolf. We have those out here. Or coyotes. Big ones sometimes. But this wasn't anything like I'd ever seen. It was wrong. Too big. And not just wide, long. It looked like a paw, sure. 4 toes, clawed. But the angle of the heel, it almost resembled a human foot. Upright, like it walked on 2 legs. There were more prints ahead, spaced like steps. I crouched and ran my fingers through the edge of one. The soil was still damp and sunken, like whatever had left it had passed through recently. Very recently. That was when I heard it. Not a howl, not even breathing. Just the sound of something shifting in the brush. Something slow, deliberate, close. I stood up and tried to calm my breathing. Told myself it was a deer, maybe a bear. Animals come through here all the time. But then it moved again, and this time I caught a glimpse. It was crouched low, just behind a curtain of hanging moss. Big, covered in fur, but thin across the chest. I only saw it for a second, but that was enough. It wasn't walking on all fours. It was standing, like a man. I backed away slowly, my heart knocking against my ribs. Didn't run, not yet. My instincts were screaming at me to go, but something about it, its posture, the way it watched me, it wasn't panicked. It was patient, like it knew something. I turned and moved fast, downhill, through a dry creek bed littered with old bones. I didn't look closely at what kind. I didn't want to know. That night I didn't make a fire. I pitched my tent against a rock wall, zipped it tight, and kept the hatchet beside me, hand on the grip the entire time. I didn't sleep. I heard it breathing again, outside the tent, slow, even, like it was savoring the sound of me trying not to make a sound. Sometimes it circled, other times it just stood there, silent, waiting. I thought about yelling. I don't know why. Maybe it would scare it off. Maybe not. But I didn't. I stayed quiet. At dawn, it was gone. The prints were back, closer this time. One just a few feet from the tent. I didn't wait to pack. I grabbed what I could and ran. Compass said west, so I followed it. I told myself I'd hit the fire road soon, get to the Jeep, and get the hell out. But I didn't. I kept walking. Woods got thicker. The compass needle started spinning, literally just turning in place like a child's toy. My hands were shaking too badly to trust my grip on the hatchet anymore. By mid-afternoon, I stopped, sat against a tree, cried. I'm not proud of that, but it's the truth. I don't know how long I was there before I heard it again. And this time, I'm walking, one step at a time, slow, heavy, deliberate, a crunching like boots through snow, but there was no snow. I didn't look, I ran. Branches tore at me. Something grabbed my pack and yanked it clean off. I didn't stop to retrieve it. I didn't stop until I hit a clearing with a half-rotted deer stand, and climbed it fast, high, tried to catch my breath, tried not to puke. And then I saw it, really saw it. It stepped into the clearing on two legs, just like a man, but taller, leaner. Muscles corded, shifting beneath its matted gray fur. Its head was wrong, too long in the snout, like a wolf, but the rest of it moved like us, balanced, fluid, almost graceful. It looked up at me and smiled, not with joy, with recognition, like it had done this before, like it had won. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't make my throat work. It tilted its head and then slowly sank back into the trees. I stayed in that stand for hours. It's night again now. I don't know how much longer I have battery, but I had to get this down. If someone finds this phone, finds this message, just know there is something in those woods. It looks like a wolf. It moves like a man. And it does not want to help you. It's still out there, waiting for me to come down.